What is going on, nerds and nerdettes? It's your boy Stevie B, and as you saw at the intro, that's right, they finally did it. Somebody finally took a stand. You know, somebody in the industry finally took a stand, since CGC doesn't have the balls to do it. So my boys over at CLZ have finally taken a stand and have declared XMen Annual 14 as the first appearance of Gambit. And of course, this one now it becomes the second and first cover appearance. Yes, I know y'all are going to hit me in the comments, and I probably shouldn't derail you because I need the comments. You know, I need the interaction to help the channel, but I know y'all are going to say just because CLZ says, acknowledges it as a first appearance doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. You're probably right. It's probably not going to affect values in any way, shape, or form whatsoever, but it's just nice to have a little bit of acknowledgement, for all of us that think it's just absolutely ridiculous, continuity or no continuity, to have a comic book that comes out well before this one with so many panels of dialogue and in costume, naming his name and everything, and to say that that's not the first appearance is just ridiculous. I mean, continuity, schmontinuity, doesn't have anything. First time you see the character, that is a first appearance. The first time you see the character is in Annual 14. That is the first time you see the character and is the absolute very definition of the first appearance. So argue with me all you want. Hulk 180, same thing. Boom, there he is. I'm Wolverine in costume. But I understand this cover is so much sexier. It's got, it's got him on the front and all his glory, and so people want that to be the first appearance. But no expression. Wanting one hand, shitting the other, see which one fills up quicker. And just because you like it better doesn't make it so. So I'm so happy. I was happy to see that. It's a little small victory, and CGC could backpedal if they wanted to. I really don't think that if the industry has decided, okay, fine, we're going to switch it, and Annual 14 is now going to be recognized as the first full appearance of Gambit. It's not going to hurt anyone, because most people have got both of them anyway. I've actually got 2 copies of this, because, I've got a graded copy up top there that you can't see, because, right there. Yeah, because I can't really focus my camera on everything, but I got 2 copies of this because I just had a feeling. It's like Hulk 180 and 181. So many people are fighting about Hulk 180 being the first full appearance that thing has gone up in value. So now what we're going to see probably is if anything, if there's any kind of price change at all, what it'll end up being is Annual 14 will start to increase in value, because people that don't have it are going to try to run out and go get it. And cool, same thing happened with 180. People are going, okay, well, they make a good point. Maybe I need to get 180 just in case. So that one just blew up. So either way, I think once we get the payoff and Gambit becomes, part of the MCU, and he gets his day, both books are going to go up. And I'm happy about that. But do love the fact that CLZ has acknowledged it as the first appearance. I think that's great. Anyway, let's get into the haul video. This is going to be one of the smallest haul videos I've had in a long time. I've got 5 books. There was just nothing that came out that I was really that interested in. Of course, Free Comic Book Day was Saturday, and I didn't go. I didn't get any of the free comic books. I was really hoping Midtown would offer them on there, and they would mail them to you with a purchase, or something, but I haven't seen them yet. I haven't checked yet, so maybe they'll be on next week's. but there wasn't a whole lot on there that I was dying to get, you know. But there was a couple I would have liked to have gotten, but I didn't get. But no big deal. Most of those free comic book day books don't really ever amount to much, so I'm not too disappointed. Not a huge deal, but you know, I kind of would have liked to have had the Ultimate Universe ones, and then there was one other one I think that I thought might like to have had and didn't get, but for the most part, not really much anything. Oh yeah, there was one I would have liked to have had that just sounded funny, was Barkham Asylum. That would have been funny just to have. First appearance of the Joker's dog, Jester, in comics. That would have been kind of fun to have. Fun little minor key that'll never be worth more than $2-3, but it would have been fun to have. But anyway, let's jump into it. First up I got was Blood Hunt #1 of 5. I may get the 5-piece core series, but I'm probably not going to get all the tie-ins. I'm just not going to do it. But I got the Red Band edition, and this comic book is only approved for appropriate audiences by Marvel. Explicit content. Reader discretion is advised. The Red Band. And I have a question. And it's the first appearance of the Blood Coven. And I have a question for y'all. This is a big debate that I've heard, and I've never really gotten anybody to give me to really. I mean, people have answered it, but people are kind of mixed about this. This came in a poly bag. It was poly bagged. I opened the poly bag. Now, because I want to read it. I mean, so here's my question to y'all. Is taking it out of the poly bag, now, assuming that this would be like a major key at some point, do you think taking it out of the poly bag decreases the value? Or should it decrease the value? When you get a big book, I know Ultimate Fallout 4 was in a poly bag. Do you think it decreases the value, or do you think it doesn't? Do you leave your books that are poly bagged? Do you leave them in the poly bag, or do you open them and take them out of the poly bag? I'm all about taking them out. This one I hated taking out of the poly bag because it had the additional information on the front of the poly bag, and out of the poly bag it's not on there. So I kind of wish they would have had that on there a little bit, but it does say explicit content. You do get the different, the bonus digital edition or explicit content warning, but you don't have the big red band warning. So I'm just curious for all you guys collecting out there. Do you take them out of the poly bag, or do you leave them in the poly bag? I have heard that, extended period of times in the poly bag are not good for the comic book, and taking them out, is actually extends the life of them. And also, when you send them in to be graded, which I'm not going to do, but if you send them in to be graded, they're removed from the poly bag, and it doesn't affect the value when it's graded. So, just out of curiosity, what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Good debate question. To remove the poly bag or not remove the poly bag? That is the question. Next up, we got Spider-Woman #7. This has several first appearances. First appearance of the Team Assembly, but it's the first appearance of Liberty, Moonsquire, Hellrune, and Titan. I bought this, and this is my bad. I saw Titan in there, and I thought, my brain automatically went to, the Hulk, the Black Hulk Titan, but I don't think that's which Titan this is. And I thought, finally they're doing something with that character, bringing him into the mainstream. So I picked this up, probably ill-advised to pick this up. It's probably not going to amount to anything, but I got one anyway. And I need to really quit putting those in my... Next up, Moon Knight #1. Dynamite has started doing Moon Knight. And this is the Virgin Foil. I was a fan of Moon Knight. I was a fan of the cartoon. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. It was a great cartoon. So I was going to get the #1. Will I pick up all of them? Not really, because Dynamite just... Dynamite has... You would think the Dynamite comics would have like the vast majority of the kind of stuff I would be into, because, you know, I like the demon chicks, the sexy demon chicks kind of thing, and all that from the 90s, you know, with Lady Death, Dark Child, and Dawn, and Purgatory, and all them. I like that kind of stuff, and that's kind of Dynamite's, you know, niche. That's where their home is, but it's just the 500 different covers, and I'm like, oh God, I'm not even gonna start down that rabbit hole. I'm just not gonna do it, and so I'm not gonna get hooked into that rabbit hole. I'm just not. I've bought a few of their books. Like I said, and I'll probably get this one. Of course, there was 900 covers for this, I'm sure, but it had the foil. It had a foil version, and that's right in my wheelhouse. So that's the only one I got. I didn't go any further than that. Next up, this one was kind of a disappointment. Everybody knows I've been collecting them foil facsimiles, man. I have been down that rabbit hole, and I have no regrets about it. I'm loving them. But this one, I saw Luis on Comic Vantage on his channel. He was doing a weekly new comic book day reveal. This one was on there. It was not on my Midtown. So I did not know about it, and he revealed it from Den of Geeks, I think, is the website he found. May have to look into that one. And I thought, oh my God, I got to have this. And it was X-Men 25 from the Fatal Attraction storyline. The issue where Magneto pulls all the adamantium out of Wolverine, and it had that really cool hologram on there. So I jumped on it, and I paid too damn much money. I think I paid $30 for this thing because I thought, I'm going to have it. I don't care. I want it. And I thought, how cool is this going to be? It's going to be a foil cover with a hologram on it. And that was not to be. It is foil, but that is not a hologram. I can't hold it up and show it to you and look at the same time. That is not a hologram. It is green foil, made to look kind of like a hologram, but it is not a hologram. I was a little disappointed that they didn't, chip in that. I would have paid the extra for that. Well, no, I wouldn't have, because I already paid $30 for it. So for $30, throwing a hologram. But still cool. I'm still glad I got it, because gets going into the foil facsimile collection, and so I'm not mad about it. And last but not least, my little key for the week, not a very big one, but one I think that has room to grow, especially now that the popularity of this character is starting to develop and grow. But I'm talking about Mr. Sinister. I have the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Is he on my wall, or is he probably not on my wall? Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, he's on my wall. There he is. First appearance of Mr. Sinister. But this is the first cover appearance, and also the first mention and first cover appearance of the Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor. So I thought I'd pick it up. It wasn't very expensive, but it's X-Men 239. Forgot what issue it was. And let this be a lesson for you. Let your ink dry before you put it in the bag. I thought it was dry, and I smeared it all over. So I'm going to have to change that out probably. But Yep, the first appearance or first cover of Mr. Sinister and Goblin Queen. So it's a little double hit there. And first mention of Goblin Queen. I just picked up the first appearance of Madeline Pryor, so that's gonna, that one's starting to show a little heat. But again, I didn't pick it up for really the spec because I think that one that character has some longevity, both of those, and I think it will do well, and it'll continue to do well. But that's the haul. It seemed like there was something else I was going to talk about, and I can't remember. But at any rate, that is the haul. I'm going to be making another video. I know I mentioned it a couple videos back, and I'm a really bad procrastinator. But this time I was really just waiting for an opportunity to do this. I wanted a reason, and I wanted it to mean something. I don't just like to do giveaways for hitting milestones for me. I like to do giveaways to help other channels hit milestones for themselves as well. So I remember I told you I was going to find a way to do a giveaway for some of my full facsimiles. Well, as soon as this video uploads, I'm going to start the next upload. So you're going to get my haul video, and then a few minutes after that, you're going to get the giveaway video. So be sure to come back and check that out. Got a cool giveaway for a cool member of the community that's needing a little boost. If I don't know if when y'all started your YouTube channels, you remember how frustrating it was when you just had a few subscribers and you felt like you was just talking to yourself and you weren't really accomplishing anything, and you almost gave up because you thought, well, why bother doing these? Nobody's watching them. Well, it's a hurdle that you have to get over. So I like getting people over that hurdle because I like to encourage people to do their channels. There's so many of them out there quitting. I won't mention any names, but you know who you are. Some justifiably so. Most of them, a lot of the people that are quitting have very good reasons that they're quitting, and it isn't out of frustration for the community. It's out of personal obligations that have changed and come up. So I can't fault them for that. But I hate to see some of my favorite YouTubers just close up shop and move on. It's real disheartening. So I like to keep the people that are kind of, and this guy isn't new into YouTube. He's been around a while. He just hasn't gone after those. He hasn't got the subscribers to justify. But anyway, I will go all into this in the next video. I'm going to end up doing the whole thing on this video. But that's going to do it for the haul video. Before you go, please do those YouTube things that we like for you to do. For everybody that puts out content, we work hard at it, and it becomes a job. It's not always, it's not as fun as it was in the beginning. Now it's more of a job. So anytime you can support the channel, we don't make any money. We do this just because we like you guys and we want to do stuff with. We like the social aspect. So at least give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, do all those things to help grow the channel. But that's going to do it for this one, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.